You're watching today's Homesteader channel here at Peaceful Valley Ranch in Cotopaxi, Colorado, starring yours truly, Johnny Jules. All right, Homesteader family, welcome back to Fireside Chat. I know a bunch of you have been wanting these episodes to start up again, and this one's probably not going to be a pretty one because I woke up this morning to find out that once again another YouTuber is moving on to Patreon. And this YouTuber is my favorite YouTube channel that I've been watching for a couple years now. And I'm a bit upset that, all these YouTubers are out there saying, they don't do this for the money, yada, yada, yada. And then 6 months later, boom, they move on to Patreon. So what really gets at me is the whole thing of the American greed. And I understand, everybody's out there trying to make a buck wherever they can make a buck. Same with me. I live on $1,000 a month. It's not a lot to live on. And that's just life. It is what it is. YouTube is helping a little bit, but you got to figure I'm coming up on 1 year that I've been on YouTube. And I've made a whopping, I think, $69 is what I'm up to or something roughly around there for 700 and some videos that I put out. But that's the thing. Like I've said in the very beginning, and if you go back in one of my earlier fireside chats, I said the one thing I will never do is go over to Patreon. I will stay on YouTube. The reason I'll stay on YouTube is because I'm not here after the money. I'm not here to get every penny that I can and squeeze it out of every single person that I can. If I did, I would go to Patreon because Patreon, everybody has to pay to watch your videos. So if I make this video, I'm going to get paid by so-and-so amount of people that watch it. If I make a video over here, so-and-so amount of people have to pay to watch it. Here at YouTube, nobody has to pay anything because it's all based off of ads. Now, there's a second point to this whole problem. Everybody's complaining because YouTube got this new artificial intelligent system that based on what's in your content, the music, what you say, what you title the video, it goes from monetize to limited ads, no monetization or whatever. And everybody's all upset because I make a video, I get 100,000 views, and my video is demonetized, and I lose that $1,000 off of that one video. Well, when you started YouTube, did you start it as a business, or did you start it as, something you like to do? And that's what I keep hearing from all these channels that I watched over the years. That they all start out saying they do it because they want to make the videos. They like making videos. They want to share their life with people, share their experiences. And then overall, like I said, 3 months down the line, 6 months down the line, 9 months down the line, they all swap over. They all go to Patreon. They all get greedy. They all want that money. And that's one thing for anybody that knows me as a person or as a friend or family or whatever. They can tell you and they know that when I say something, I mean what I say. Because I lived back in the 1800s. That's why I'm in the homesteading movement, because I wish I was back in the 1800s. And one of the big, big things back in the 1800s was being a person of your word. If you say something, you do that. If you make a promise, you keep it. If you make plans, you show up to them. And so on and so forth. And that's the problem I see big time that we're losing as a society, is nothing means anything to anybody anymore. Because there's, 10 trillion people in the world. So if you piss off 9 trillion, you still have another trillion people that you have an opportunity to screw over. And I just don't understand that mentality. All these channels sit here and say, they're not going to Patreon, they're not here about the money, but yet, down the line they swap over. And it kind of hits my heart because it's like my favorite channel. I'm not going to throw the name out. I'm sure some of you know exactly what channel I'm talking about because a lot of you know who my favorite channel is. But, this person is supposed to be, so righteous in my mind and makes such great videos and all that stuff and says it's not about the money. And here, after losing like 12 or 14 of my channels that I like to watch out of all my channels, he was my favorite, and now he's doing the same thing. And I just figured that after this, I might as well make this video and do a fireside chat because I just don't understand it. I don't see how the dollar is more important than your audience, more important than your family. And that's why with my channel, I come on, I say, welcome back, Homesteader family. Because believe it or not, all of you out there watching this, you're part of my family. Like I said, some people have sent donations. Some people have sent gifts. Some people just watch my channel. And when I say my channel, it's not really my channel anymore because my channel was when I was making videos, they were private. And the only reason I opened it up was so my family across this planet could see how I live my life, what I do, because pictures weren't really telling my story to my family. And my family wanted to know how I'm doing, moving to the woods with nothing, living in a hobo tent with nothing, building this house little by little, and now getting a second homestead so I can sell this house and build over there. So it's a hard pill to swallow, but that's why I do what I do. And like I said, my ride-along videos, I've had 50-50 responses. I've had people tell me that they're horrible because the video bounces up and down. The videos are 30-45 minutes of me just driving down the road. Some of the videos you don't see nothing but flat land, or you've seen the same drive before. And I have 50% of the audience that loves those videos. And it's people that live outside of Colorado. They get to see the seasons change. Snow on the road this day, no snow the next day. Or they get to see a deer jump out or turkey or something they don't get to see in the big city. So I'm not here just to, kiss butt to each and every person out there because that's not the point of this channel. This channel is part of the community, a part of this family that we're building here at today's Homesteader. And like I said, with the new homestead, it's going into a trust. I started thinking I want to turn it into a petting zoo with, say, $2 for parents to bring their kids. So it's not a lot of money, but that $2 a person will help buy the feed to keep the animals going, keep the homestead going, so that people can bring their children and see what animals are like. Because the kids in the city, what do they have now? I mean, the birds are dying, the squirrels are dying. You don't really see rabbits anymore. So, I mean, it's something, it gets the kids off of the smartphone. It gets them off of the iPad or the television or the computer or the laptop. Gets them back out. So that's one aspect. The second aspect is I want to do the Today's Homesteader store. I want to sell veggies and fruits and nuts and baby goats and chickens and rabbits and what have you. The third aspect that I want to do on the homestead, I want to do homesteading classes, butchering classes, gardening classes, orchard training, things like that. All these things to help society out, to help people out, to get them back to the 1800s and realize that it was a wholesome, hearty, healthy way of life. And then finally is probably to do like a farm work thing. If somebody wants to come put up a tent for a week and, learn a little bit, they can come stay on the property for free in exchange for helping out with chores. But anyhow, off of this big tangent, back to the main topic, since I totally went way all over the place and got off topic. But back to the YouTube versus Patreon. I can say that my channel, my videos, I would say out of 10 videos I upload at a time to work on, because like my ride along videos take about 6 hours to produce, edit, upload, and everything. My 5-10 minute videos take about an hour and 10 minutes. But out of 10 videos at a time, I would probably say between 4 to 6 videos get demonetized within the first couple days. So those 15-20 views that I get on my videos on a daily basis, I don't get paid for. So like I said, out of almost a year, today is I think the 12th or 13th, I'm not sure. I'm almost to a year within the next 4 or 5 days. And I've made, like I said, $60, $70 on YouTube. So it's not a lot of money. And yes, I could move over to Patreon and I could make a living making my videos, because 3 videos every other day, and then come homesteading season when it's spring, summer, and fall, and I can do 3 small videos every day instead of one ride along and then 3 small. I could make a real good living on Patreon. But that would take away from my heart. That would take away from my mind, my thoughts, my soul. Because like I said, this is not my channel. It is not my choice to charge the family, my subscribers, you, to watch this video. Like I said, I set up the GoFundMe page for the people that were asking how to send money, because they didn't want to send money through the post office or through UPS or anything like that. So I set up a GoFundMe so people could go online, use their bank account, their credit card, whatever they wanted to do. I just gave that avenue for those that wanted to help. But like I said, each and every one of you helped just by watching this video. Because whether you watch the ad or skip the ad, I still get, I think, like half a penny or a penny just for you watching. So, like I said, on the long run, that's what people don't understand on YouTube. Yes, if YouTube's demonetizing half your videos, you're going to lose half your income on YouTube. But that goes back to, where's your heart at? Is your heart there to get every single penny you can from every single person out there and just be another greedy person in this world? Or do you not mind losing half that money to share that story, share that vision, share that heartfelt feeling and ideas with somebody out there that doesn't have money to pay Patreon every single time they watch a video? I mean, it's all about the rich, because everybody that goes to Patreon, they could care less about the poor. And I'll tell you, when I first moved here onto Hummingbird, and I lost my house that I bought at 19, lost my businesses that I had, lost everything I had, basically going bankrupt, and lived in a hobo tarp tent, I can't tell you how many of you YouTube channels out there that have gone to Patreon made such a difference for me. Helped me learn how to wire a breaker box, learn how to do plumbing, learn how to install a toilet, how to put a roof on, how to frame a house. And I'll tell you one thing. If all you YouTube channels would have been on Patreon when I was living on $395 a month, I'd still be living in my tarp tent. I wouldn't have had this roof over my head right now. So for any YouTube channels that might see this, or any of the YouTube channels that have gone to Patreon might see this, I hope you sit back. I hope you take a long, hard thought what you're doing to the poor, what you're doing to people that can't afford to pay for subscription, and how your videos could be helping them. And instead, you're going to Patreon, not giving 2 cents, not giving a damn what happens to those people. So for those of you that are still on YouTube that don't have a Patreon channel, think about that. I hope you stick around. I hope you take care of the ones that take care of you by watching your videos every day. I really do. And I want to, like always, take a moment and just say thank you to everybody that watches this video. You guys are part of the today's Homesteader family. You always will be. And like I said, I will be here for next 10, 20 years as long as YouTube's around. And I will not leave you guys to go to Patreon. So with that, I hope you guys have a good day. I'll talk to you all later. I just want to take a moment and say thank you guys for watching my videos, for donating, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it, and it really means a lot to me. And remember, live happy, live free. That's the only way to be.